And hello to all my friends in cream cheese land. I'm Karen from sunny Florida, and I have a brand new recipe to share with you today. I work as a cook on a huge towboat on the Mississippi River, and I'm always trying to find some new things to keep my boys on the boat happy. They especially love my desserts, and I think they're going to love this. My sweetheart and I were out in the garden early this morning looking around, and we got over there by the blackberries, and they were just begging to be picked. So he looked at me and said, "Would you please make me a cobbler with those?" And I said, "Sure." Which got me to thinking, we're going to do a few recipe videos today for the dessert section. Why not try a blackberry cream cheese cobbler? I know, it sounds good, right? Okay, let's get started. You're going to set your oven to 350 degrees. You're going to get 1 stick of butter, and you're going to pour it in a casserole dish that kind of has a little bit of deep sides, because this is going to rise up just a little bit. And just kind of roll that butter around there to get the sides coated. I did spray this with Pam before I began doing this. So you got your butter in there. Now we're going to make our batter. And what's in this bowl is 1 cup of all-purpose flour. There's a pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a cup of sugar. So just kind of get your whisk in there and get all the lumps and bumps out of there and get it all nice in there. And then to that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 3/4 of a cup of milk. And go ahead and add that in there. And the consistency of this is going to be about like pancake batter or a cake batter or something. And just stir it, till the lumps are out of it. Now you can use any kind of cobbler recipe that you have. This is just one that I've used over the years. It was in a old cookbook that I had from Georgia, I believe. So I've got my batter in here. It's nice and smooth. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that over the top of my melted butter. And once you get this in here, don't stir it around. It needs to just, wherever it falls, that's where it's going to land. Leave it alone. It'll be just fine. We'll get all this good batter out of here. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to take these wonderful blackberries that I got out of the garden this morning. They're just big, sweet berries. I mean, they're just huge. And they're so sweet. They're just wonderful berries. I've got quite a few of them out there. And most of them don't make it into the house. I'm out there working, weeding the garden, and I pretty much just eat them as they come off. And a lot of them don't make it to the garden, to the house for any kind of recipe. So we're lucky today that these actually did. So I'm going to put my berries in here. Just lay them on top in a nice little design, get them all in that. They kind of float on top here. But what's going to be amazing with this is when this cooks, berries are going to be at the bottom and the cake's going to be on top. Alright, let me get my cream cheese out of the refrigerator. We got to put a little cream cheese in here as a star event. I'm using the plain Philadelphia brand cream cheese. And this is one recipe where you don't need to have it at room temperature. And it's probably easier to cut into little cubes if it's still a little bit more the same temperature as the refrigerator. So you just cut this in little cubes, and however many, just a dozen or so, whatever you got. And you're going to lay these on top of those luscious berries in there. Uh-oh, right in my pocket. Get that cream cheese all in here. I've not tried this yet. We just decided to make this recipe. Paula challenged us to put our thinking caps on and make new recipes, so that's what I did. And who doesn't love cobbler? Hot out of the oven. I like to make this cobbler right before, get your supper ready, and pop this in the oven while you're eating your dinner, and you'll have a nice dessert when supper is over. Let me wash this cream cheese off my hand a little bit. Now, this particular cobbler recipe requires that you add a little bit of juice from the fruit. And since I did not want to cook my berries and make them, they'll get a little mushy, I wanted to leave them nice, big, and plump. I found some blackberry jam in the refrigerator, so I added a little bit of water to it, put it in the microwave, heat it up, and bingo, I've got some blackberry juice. So I'm going to put about 2 or 3 tablespoons of that juice over the top of my berries and cream cheese in here. And it looks real pretty now. And we're going to go ahead and slide that in the oven. Let me show you what it looks like here real quick. Everything is in layers. Your butter on the bottom, your batter, and your berries, the cream cheese, and the juice. And I'm going to go ahead and set that over here, slide it in the oven. That's going to bake for about 45 minutes. And it'll rise up and then come down a little bit. Fortunately, I've already made one, and we're going to go ahead and try that. Got a little martini glass here. We're going to try this and see how wonderful this is going to be. Got those nice berries are all cooked in there. Oh, the smells wonderful. Really has a very fruity smell. Now you could serve this with ice cream. You could serve it with some fresh cream. But I like mine with whipped cream. So I'm going to add a little whipped cream here. We'll put a little bit of this on in my nice little squeeze bag. And we got to make it pretty. So we're going to get our little sprig of mint here. And I've got a couple of extra berries here that I'm going to put on top, just for a little decoration. Now, does that not look wonderful? I can't wait to try it. We haven't tried it yet because this is a brand new recipe and we're just making it live. So I'm real anxious to try this, see what it's going to be like. Oh, it smells so good. Still warm. Oh boy, that cream cheese. I got goosebumps. That cream cheese is so wonderful. I'm going to have to go to my room.